don't even think we made a thumbnail, so we're lucky to be here. This is eFilms Travel live stream take number 2. We're trying to get into the live streams, and we've just been testing it out, you know?
Yeah, it's been going really well. We haven't had any issues or problems or technical difficulties. And
So my name is Clay, and this is Tim.
I'm not introducing myself. I've been here for like the past 10 years.
Nobody knows that.
They do. They looked at the old videos.
So yeah, we've been doing a travel and exploration. I can't even say it.
We've been exploring.
We've been exploring things, and we've done a video series called "A Couple of Guys Go Look at Stuff." We did the first season of it, and I thought it went pretty well.
I had fun.
It was fun.
The best videos were the ones I was in. I had some complaints about the videos that I wasn't in, mainly that I wasn't in them. I could have used more me in the first season, and I think that's what the people have been kind of parroting back to me, that their complaints have been.
More of you.
Yeah.
That's what people want.
Everyone's well.
I mean, I was more worried about like the room for improvement, you know, with like
there is room for
cam and some better audio. We're getting on that.
The biggest scandal.
I'm about to buy a really nice camera.
The biggest scandal of 2020 was shaky cam.
Shaky cam.
There was that rumor that you had Parkinson's for a while. We had to squash that on Reddit, or in the subreddit. People were saying.
So why we're really here, we want to give you guys the opportunity, if we get, you know, a few of our people who normally watch our videos.
When can we tell that they're in here? Will one of these
they'll
devices
show
listen?
up. It says right now we got a couple people watching.
Are there they're real adults watching us right now?
Maybe, but we're just gonna help, you know, give you guys an opportunity to get to know us better, and even if you don't see it now, you can see it later
when we're famous.
I did not, you know, plan this ahead of time, and you know, this is kind of a spontaneous thing. We normally put a video up on Mondays, so I thought, you know, this would be a good thing to test out. And we're gonna like answer some questions. You know,
not from you guys, but just from
how
a generic
many of
list.
them were there? Like 274 or something.
No, a lot of them are just unapplicable. There was like a list for couples. There was a list for like girls. There was a list for teens.
So we're gonna do the one
for boys.
Okay. Yeah. So where's the list?
I would pull it up on my phone, but it is at like 10%. So
okay.
I need that to get home.
Here, let me find.
Well, you live like I mean, like I want to listen to music, not that like I need to use that to get home.
Let me get into the list here.
Okay.
What was the first question?
The first question was about like, it was something really teenager, like really Katy Perry like. It was like, if you could be any animal, what would you be? Yeah. You didn't tell them about
the
all
boys' questions.
Oh, you want to start with boys?
Which sport do you like?
That's like the most generic, man.
We also, I keep forgetting, we shouldn't really be looking at our computer. We need to look.
I made that mistake for like half of this. I was looking at, because now it looks like I'm. But then I switched over here.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah. Well, we've had that happen before. I ran through these pre live stream.
Pre-live stream?
Yeah, but I know your favorite sport is probably like, what, Madden 99?
Madden 99?
Yeah.
I hate that sport.
I'm a big football and baseball guy. Phillies season starts in like one day, I think, and the Eagles are gonna try their hardest.
Do you think?
Yeah, they're gonna ball. They're gonna sport.
That's good.
Yeah.
Here, you keep talking. I'm gonna turn the audio up real quick.
Well,
I think it might be a little low.
I'm gonna answer some of the boys' questions. How do I scroll? This what is oh, you have to use your finger. What was your most embarrassing moment at school? One year I peed my pants, and it was a grade that, like, it was way too high of a grade. Like, I was way too old for that to have happened. And I was so stubborn, I just sat there with my pee pants. And God bless everyone who didn't say anything about it. What about you, man? What was your most embarrassing? You know, we went to the same school.
Most embarrassing moment at school. That would have been a pee pants story as well.
You peed your pants too?
Did I tell you the swishy pants story? So, when I was this might have been like 2nd grade.
Mine happened in 6th grade, so.
That's
Yeah, no, I was laughing in the bathroom. Some guy ran in and said this silliest thing, and I was about to pee, but instead of me doing it in the toilet, it happened in my pants. And I had this look of like, oh no, because I knew that like it was supposed to go in the toilet, not my pants.
Is that how you pee?
What?
I normally just like pee anywhere but.
Oh right, yeah.
No, so I had a. What year was this? Like 2002 maybe?
When you were in 2nd grade?
Yeah, and I had 2002.
Sure.
They had those like swishy pants that were kind of popular. I don't know if it was popular, but I wore them.
No, I had them too.
And then they were really cool because you could like zip off the bottom part.
Oh yeah.
And you can make shorts out of them. And they'd be like swishy shorts. But I was wearing those, and they're like a light tan color, very lightweight, did a lot of swishy sounds.
I've had my sunglasses on top of my head this whole time. I felt like this thing.
And then
Continue.
I really had to go to the bathroom. I was in that one music class with the music guy. Was it Mr. Cooper or something?
Yeah, that guy was a trip.
And he was all about like you can't go to the bathroom while you're in my class. So
I remember that.
I'm sitting there. I'm terrified to ask to go to the bathroom, and I'm just like holding it. And, you know, I'm doing the pee sit dance, and then finally class dismisses. I go bursting out the door, and the bathroom is like right down the hallway, and halfway there, it just started coming out.
I've never had to pee that bad where it was just like involuntarily.
And then like an old man, I hobble over into the bathroom, and I'm like, well, what do I do? So I actually waited it out. So the pants were like light enough that I was able to let it dry, and otherwise it would have been clearly obvious because they're light pants.
Oh.
And the only other option was to go to the nurse and get the 80s sweatpants that they'd give you. Where like they were hand-me-downs from the 80s. And there was like one or two kids for whatever reason, they had their sweatpants. I don't know if they found them from the Lost and Found. But they had been there since like 1983. And I just, it was just the shame, like the walk of shame. Because if you're wearing those pants, everybody knew.
You either got your period or you peed yourself. And since it was 2nd grade, you peed yourself.
Well, you could have been like an early bloomer.
Well, not you. Everyone would know that you peed yourself.
Oh, yeah. Can you swim?
You skipped 138.
Oh, okay. Have we ever been in a physical fight?
Yes, cross country, approximately the year 2008. We got into a fist fight over a mutual love interest.
I don't remember that at all. I mean, I remember the mutual love interest.
Yeah, we got into a fight about that. I was like, I like this girl, and you said something, and then I tackled you, and you swung, and then I swung, and then a lot of people that were not adults, like a bunch of kids, like on the cross country team in middle school, were like, "You gotta stop that!" And they pulled us off of each other. And it was the most awkward, like, course walk. Because, we'd have to walk the course before the race. And you and I would just walk in the course next to each other.
I thought it was more like at track, not cross country. And we were on the bleachers. And you were upset about the girl that we both dated at some point. And then, like, we had some kind of tiff. And then you just, like, stormed off.
I don't remember that. I don't think that happened. I think you're putting this event into something else. Because I know after that, we didn't have any disagreements until circa 2014.
Oh, at the beach.
The beach incident.
And my whole family was there, and they're like, "Oh, remember the time you guys fought?" And then you put a ficus in the shower.
We were like at each other's throats, screaming at each other, and then approximately 12 hours later, we were putting a ficus in someone's closet. So it didn't last very long. I was like, "You did the thing," and then you were like, "And you did this thing," and then we went to sleep. We woke up. We went to Subway. Mere hours later, we were putting a ficus in someone's closet.
Yeah.
Oh, but I can swim very well.
Oh, you can swim?
I can swim very well.
I can swim. I get tired.
Well, yeah, that's like, it's an exhausting event, you know.
When I was in college, there was this Vietnam vet or something who was a professor for one of our gen ed courses.
Sounds like it's about to get sad.
Well, no, he did all these triathlons and like Ironman things, you know, and he would win his age group and everything he did. I think he did like world championships or something. So this guy was a tank, and I would go swim in our swimming pool at school, and like he'd be in the one lane, I'd be in the other. I would do like one lap. Now, granted, this guy was here probably hours before I arrived.
They always are.
And he was swimming. He did not stop the entire time I was there. And then, like, I could probably only do like 6 laps. And then I was toast. Like, hyperventilating. Can't do anymore. He's still going. Then I go, like, take a shower, change, come out of the locker room, walk by the window, still going. This guy is like 70.
Just remember that when you and I were in high school, we used to go on like runs every day for like at least 5 miles. Like, I got a little tired going up the steps to get here.
But swimming is totally different.
Remember we would have the rare swimming practice where our coach would be like, "Okay, we're gonna swim," and I'd be like, "How's that gonna help us?" It's runners.
We ran in the pool.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
But there was also the time when we'd go in the deep end, and I didn't know really why we were doing that. He'd be like, "You're gonna go in the deep end, and you're gonna."
Well, he gave us like a floaty, and then we did it. Yeah, if anybody didn't know, we went to high school together, and middle school, not elementary.
We both went to Bearsville. I was there.
But we went to the same school. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just nobody knows each other then.
We've known each other since we were like little boys.
Alright, so this question, you wanted to make like a whole series about it, right?
Which one?
What do you love about your favorite TV show? And I'm gonna edit that into like, so growing up, we'll talk about TV shows growing up. I was a Nickelodeon guy. You were Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it was all I watched. I never watched Nick. I didn't know it existed, really.
I mean, I watched both. I would flip through, you know, I would do this thing where if there was a commercial, I would just go to another channel.
I would just sit there and just watch the commercials because I was not going to watch Nick.
But so like, you were annoyed with the Nickelodeon shows because...
You don't know? Okay, so the Nick shows, it was like someone was just sitting in office and they're like... And then the beavers, and they're pissed! And they're gonna be working like jobs at the mall. And okay, there's a cat and a dog, and they're gonna be this crazy stuff, man. They're gonna be going around and they're gonna be eating, but they're like sometimes there's like bones and they're like throwing up things. It was terrifying. It was awful. But Cartoon Network is like, hey, you know, explore your imagination, have fun, eat healthy.
Sounds like PBS.
Yes, I grew and learned as an adult.
Cartoon Network was notorious for. Well, so Nickelodeon had a few of these shows, but like Cartoon Network, it was almost like every show was obnoxiously inappropriate.
And that's why I am who I am. Mm-hmm.
You had, I mean, this is kind of a different time period, but you had Johnny Bravo, which, why did that become a kid's show.
It wasn't supposed to be. I read an interview where the guy was like, so there's this guy, he like slaps people's butts and he's like saying really sexist things and he just loves sex. And then Cartoon Network wanted the show and I was like, uh-oh. So the first season, there's just some of the most absurd things you could ever hear on like a kids network, and they just let it slide. But no, I had this idea, and you know, you could say if it's gonna be a good thing you guys would want to see, that like it's gonna be real done up like a video game commercial where Clay and I kind of subject each other to our favorite shows when we were growing up, and we just like brutally review them. Like Clay did it without even knowing. Do you remember when we were watching the one movie last weekend? What you said about Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah, so you were like, remember that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog? And you were like trying to say some like deep, meaningful thing behind the synopsis.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, and he went in and he's like, for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and you're like, it's enough!
Yeah, I mean, that was the whole show. He's just like...
So we had drastically different childhoods. Courage the Cowardly Dog could come on, and I'd just be like, for half an hour, I would just zone out, I'd be in a trance, I'd be calm, my parents would be able to take a nap.
I mean, I watched Ed, Edd and Eddy. And
they were my babysitter, Ed, Edd and Eddy.
I watched Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
I love that
after
show.
School every day, but nothing beat Kablam. Or
Everything
the
to me
Angry
beat Kablam.
Beavers.
The Angry Beavers.
You loved comic books. Why didn't you like Kablam?
Because Nick was too like... I felt like Nick
it
knew...
wasn't Batman?
Yeah, Nick knew I was a child, and they were like really in my face about it. They're like, we're gonna relate to you. See these colors? Do you see them? I was like, whoa. Break the fourth wall there. I want to be kind of eased into it, you know? Ed, Edd and Eddy was like, being a kid is difficult. Now let's explore that with some fun.
Ed and Eddy was just like, where are all the parents?
I learned a lot of big words from that show. Like, my parents were worried I wouldn't succeed in school because I wouldn't do schoolwork, but then I'd sit in front of the TV with Ed and Eddy, and Double D would say words like ambidextrous, and then I'd go into school the next day and I'd be like... And the teacher would be like...
What big words were you... I was wondering where you're going to go with that, because you had Rolf.
I learned about being considerate about other cultures from Rolf. Because it was clearly this, like, Middle Eastern, like, out-of-the-water guy that didn't belong. And he'd be like, oh, the great Nano eats the hair, and we build slippers with the mud. And I was like, you know what? It's okay that he's different. You didn't get that from Nick, man.
Yeah, that show wouldn't fly today.
No, well, it would be racist.
But then you also had the guy who was, like, mentally challenged.
And I learned that that's okay, you know?
But I was just wondering which vocabulary you learned.
It was all from Double D. He was always like, arthropod.
Butter toast. Butter toast.
He was just the good comic relief, you know?
Yeah.
What's the
so
next...
was the plank of wood.
Yeah.
Pizza or burger?
I don't eat bread. Next.
Pizza burger?
Pizza burger.
Ever get lost in market?
What?
Is that like in route? Or like,
a British person wrote
supermarket?
this. Because whenever they talk, they butcher the English language that they created.
Well, I think
I'm going to market.
I think we destroyed it.
Well, let's go back to the War of Independence.
Well, we won the right to destroy...
Run the world.
Run the world and destroy the English
Wait.
language.
Let's ask a historian. So, raise your hand if you once controlled 2/3 of the whole world, and now you just have an island. I'm Britain! Yeah, we won.
So we basically we're just writing off the entire island for viewership. We don't want them to view.
I'm gonna double down. If you're British, don't you dare subscribe.
He's being sarcastic.
Yeah, it's too late to take that back. This is a live stream.
And for those of you who don't know, we're very sarcastic.
I mean, like, British people from, like, the colonial times. I don't want you guys to know, but, like, you know, Like David Bowie,
That
Paul
really
McCartney, if
clears
you
it
guys
up.
are out there. Well, David Bowie's dead. Paul McCartney, if you're watching, click the subscribe button.
Only Paul McCartney.
Only Paul McCartney.
That's very American of you to say.
I can't get away from it. I'm wearing a backwards hat. Like, how much more American could I get? What's our next question, buddy? Maybe I won't insult a whole
Do
country.
you still watch cartoons? I think that's obvious.
Yes. I was watching cartoons like last night. Because
Best
that's like
Friends.
the best way to hold on to your childhood, because like we've been traumatized and subjected to so much like adult torture that the best thing to do to like decompress is like watch cartoons, especially ones that you're familiar with from when you were a kid.
Unless you're like those people that love reality shows, which we'll get my wife Allie in here in a little bit and we'll talk about we'll unpack that.
I don't want to put it right back in the box and just
Or the people who like love the old reality shows, which was like cop dramas.
You mean like Cops?
No, like that's the newer
Reno
newish-
911.
No, it would
What's
be
a
like
cop drama?
like CSI.
Oh,
You know, or like
sure.
like the hospital dramas like ER, Grey's Anatomy.
Oh man,
It's too much stress. Like you
Yeah.
come home from work, you need to decompress. You watch like Cartoon Network, or Nickelodeon, Simpsons, Family Guy,
sure, it's all
whatever.
great. Well,
And you shoot the breeze, and you don't have to worry about who's sleeping with who and the 911.
how did herpes get
The
introduced
ER
into the
room.
house? You know,
And
is Meredith Grey gonna break another rule?
who murdered who in these modern day soap operas?
Is Doctor House addicted to Vicodin, or is it just a convenient plot point?
What's my sexual identity?
Am I gay?
Yeah, I mean it's tired.
My body's going
There's
through
a lot-
changes. I'm confused.
Yeah,
Why doesn't my dad love me? I mean, you're gonna be asking yourself these questions all night.
every Netflix original.
So I actually recently saw Grey's Anatomy. I went to go visit my parents like before we were not allowed to be near our parents because they're old and there's a virus happening. And I just was kind of barged in because I used to live there, so I can do that. And my mom was watching Grey's Anatomy. She was like, "Tim, it's great that you're here, but it's really important you don't mess around while I'm watching this." And 5 minutes in, this annoying character, Meredith Grey, is like, "Well, I know there's a rule about methylhobylene and patients over the age of 62, but I've actually introduced 72 grams of it." And then this big angry woman came in. She's like, "Meredith, I can't believe you've done that." And there was like 7 different doctors. I was like, how is this relaxing?
What is Mega Langa?
Oh, I'm just making, because I don't understand the doctor crap, but she would always, the episode would start, and her voice to me is like Jodie Foster. It sounds like she needs to like spit something out. She's like, "Well,
like everyone on NPR.
yeah, oh yeah." Well,
They talk with marbles in their mouth.
we have thus alienated every single fan base, political organization,
The entire
and
left.
ideology. Yeah.
The entire extreme left.
The
No,
left,
they want
right.
to be in the middle. I think it was on The Simpsons, and it was like NPR. And it was like a poster they had in their studio, and it just said it was a teeter-totter, and on the one side of the teeter-totter was these big, bold left, 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 and on the other side was just like moderate, and it was like way up there, the teeter-totter.
There's a fun fact about you where you've seen like every Simpsons episode ever, and there's easily over, what, like 20
Well, I'm at the point
seasons?
now where I forgot
Yeah, because there's 20 seasons.
the not like memorable one, non-memorable episodes. So now
Yeah.
I'm going through it, and it's like brand new episodes again.
Here's a fun interaction Clay and I have had, because we talk like every day. He messaged me like 2 years ago, and I was like, "I'm watching every episode of The Simpsons," and I was like, "Cool." Period. That's all I said. And 2 years later, Clay messaged me out of the blue, and he's like, "I did it!" Like, I knew exactly what he meant. I was like, "Yeah, it's all 20 seasons? That's awesome, dude." Oh,
If you won the lottery, what would you do?
cash in the check.
Buy more lottery tickets?
Next. That's so generic.
Yeah, I mean, we would do what we normally want to do, but with more money.
I would do this, but I would know that I could replace anything I broke today. So I would look at you and just like punch a hole in the wall. And then I'd just hand you like a check for like $1 billion and like buy yourself a new country or something.
It's usually not how the lottery works.
Well, debatable.
Can you tap dance?
I don't think it would be that hard. I mean,
Yeah, you just gotta make the noise and.
step 1, buy tap shoes. Step 2, tap dance.
I actually know people who do tap dance though, and they're probably if they would hear this.
We just alienated another.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
worked
man.
really hard. It's a lot of work.
Just saying, like, subjectively, I feel like I could tap dance, just like I could probably sew, cook, or like be a father. I wouldn't be good at either of them. I could do them.
So, can you juggle?
Absolutely not. I want to so bad because like no one's ever been like I
You
can juggle.
like 2 things.
Yeah,
Right.
I can juggle my responsibilities throughout the day, but
Can
not
you?
like yeah.
Oh.
I'm here.
I can juggle 2 things.
At once.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's it. Just. Oh, here we go. The British spelling of favorite. Favorite. Is that
Where'd you see that one?
favorite swear word?
What I really want to do is just do it into the microphone, but I know that you're trying to do a vibe that isn't that like who I
you
am as a
can't-
person. So
Can't just throw it out there.
you have a lot of trust in me because I swear a lot and I haven't done it since I've been here.
You're doing really good.
Thank you.
So, what was it? There was a good one in here. How many pillows you sleep with? That's not. You sleep with like what? None. You sleep on the ground now.
Yeah, there's this meme where whenever I used to go places, I would never bring a pillow. It's like a lot of times going to where there would be like beds, I just do one of those classics. But like if there were beds available, I would just kind of like lay down. Like I think pillows are kind of a scam. Like if you sleep without a pillow, you're gonna realize you don't actually need them. Like you get a good night's sleep because
Yeah, you get reliant on it. Kind of like washing your hair every day.
just buzz your head.
I remember this question now. Have you ever been featured in the news?
Yeah, but I can't talk about what I did.
Redacted.
Redacted. The newspaper clipping is still in my my memory board.
I think I made it. I made it in the news from being in a picture, maybe in a parade, definitely in cross country.
Oh, we've done stuff like that where we were in the picture, or for like, sports or school stuff, but...
I feel like there was something I did like on the TV news, but...
Do you remember, sidebar, do you remember the one time we were playing Ultimate Frisbee when we were in high school, and this reporter for the Evening Sun came, he's like, what is this sport? Like, he was... I'm not trying to make fun of him. He was so genuine and like excited because he just saw like a bunch of kids doing a thing. He's like, I'm glad they're not doing heroin. So he came and interviewed us, and we tried to explain Ultimate Frisbee, and he was like, I don't understand it. I just love that you're doing it. So he took our pictures and wrote up a story, and we made it into the paper.
I mean, I imagine the reporters at the local newspaper, they're just not very busy.
Clearly.
They need
Especially our town. Our town is
filler.
really, really doing well.
Yeah, I mean, even after,
All of it.
it's gotten, we've gotten more people, and when you get more people, just like things happen.
Yeah.
There's usually more news, but
There's news, but it's like, woman loses cat and then finds cat. And it's like a 2-page editorial. That's what we have going on.
and like the handful of murders, suicides, like everyone knows about it because it just,
Yikes.
takes everybody by surprise.
And it's kind of scary when you say stuff like that in a live stream because you know you can't take it back, huh?
Well, you said plenty of things that you can't.
No, I'll double down on everything I said.
You completely wrote off.
Britain.
Britain.
And I will do that again. Don't care for it. I'm just saying, it's not fun when you hear those words coming out of your mouth and you know that you gotta stick to those for the rest of the live stream.
And you curl your tongue.
I think anyone who isn't confined to a wheelchair can curl their tongue. Who wrote these questions? Can you breathe?
Uh-oh.
Do you consume food for energy?
My questions disappeared.
Great.
Are you used to speaking to a camera?
I mean, yeah. We've been doing this since we were... like... teenagers. Like,
Tell us about your pets. I mean, I don't have any pets. We did have some, like, roaches. I don't know where they came from. But you have some pets. You got, like, mice and... what are they?
Earwigs.
Earwigs?
Yeah, so the house I'm in right now, when I moved in, they were like, great house, put together, you're gonna love it. And I came in and I was like, oh, there's something dead. So I just walked on up to the attic, and it's like the World War II of mice, like Normandy of mice. They're all over the attic, they're like laid out on stuff. It looks like they died tragically. So the first day I was in my house, I have no furniture, I had to like move within 2 weeks because I got a new job. And the first night, before I just slept on the floor and like cried myself to sleep, I was just like transporting dead mice bodies out from the attic into the garbage. And there was like 3 or 4 of them. So those count as pets, right?
Yeah.
And then I learned what earwigs are because one night I cut the grass, and there were just like these like pinchy boys crawling through my house. Like crawling through my house. And I was like, what are those? I looked it up, and they're like, they're earwigs, Tim. And I guess they like seek out new places when their ecosystem is destroyed. So every time I cut the grass, there's like an influx of earwigs. It's nice because it's been so hot and there hasn't been a lot of rain, and I haven't had to cut my grass. So there hasn't been really any earwigs in my house. But you also were over the one night when I was just like dumping chemicals all around the perimeter of my doors. And now they don't even get in the house. They just like crawl in and die because they have to inhale like the equivalent of mustard gas for us.
And you got that weird like skin rash from all the chemicals.
Yes. Yeah, that cleared up. That'll probably rear its head later on.
Antibiotics.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have like...
Who do we have? How many? Give me a number.
We have a whopping 3 people. That's one more person than last time.
Hey guys, just a quick break from the questions and the about us. Thank you so much for supporting us. I hope if you're not liked, subscribed, or currently following us on our social media platforms, you do all that. Because as you can see, we don't hate Britain. We're actually really great guys.
Yeah, I mean, we like to go explore things that are overlooked or abandoned.
Like Paul McCartney.
And
Britain.
We're hoping to get, because the first live stream we were talking about like where we wanted to go explore for season 2 of a couple of guys go look at stuff. And so we have some places that we're planning to go to. They're probably going to be more like closer to us in the Pennsylvania area. But I'm listening to myself double time here. But
you don't want to do that, yeah.
We're gonna.
That's why you've been talking so weird.
Do it.
Hey, and just to kind of touch base on a claim that I doubled down on the last live stream we did, if we get to, what was it, like 43 subscribers, I'm going to pay for us to go on a haunted house tour that's exclusive just to us. I'll get in contact with a guy. I don't know what the house is with the guy anymore, but it's in a video. So, you 3, hit the button. You want to see some cool stuff.
Should we get Allie in here?
I would love Allie to be in here.
Let's see if she'll come. She wasn't really into it, but
she was very upset with you. Didn't she like yell at her?
Do you want to answer these questions? No.
Yeah, I knew it. She wouldn't want to.
Nope.
She doesn't like it.
So we'll answer for her.
Okay. I think we can both probably give Allie's perspective and viewpoint on everything.
She joins us on the videos, and she's my wife, so...
She's Clay's wife.
She's pretty cool.
What questions?
That's why I married her.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Come on. Get married. Buddy.
What's your lucky number?
I don't have one. I don't believe in lucky numbers.
Oh.
Next.
Are you Allie now?
No, that's just me.
Oh, okay.
Allie's probably like a 7, I feel like.
Are you rating her? Like,
No, I feel like if Allie was in this room right now and she had to say her lucky number, she'd probably say 7.
Oh, okay. Okay, what's Allie's favorite animal? I would say a dog. But like not like old farty dogs like with warts.
Or like a meaningless dog, like a pug, like a real.
Yeah, I mean she appreciates pugs, but
I don't. If you're a pug, unsubscribe.
So
no pugs, no
actually,
Britain.
I know people that like they have a veil, like they hide behind like an actual identity of an animal, and then they do like social media that way.
I know a lot of people like that. Where like they have a dog and
So you just pissed off that.
Like, I don't want those people
audience
interacting
as
with
well.
me.
You don't want to interact with a pug?
No. Like, I went on a walk today and Mom and Dad got me a big bowl of water. It's like, no, they didn't. You're not a real dog. You're a person on Instagram. Like, cool it, you know?
But what if it was real?
Then I'd be, yeah, we would invite them on to answer questions.
So you would be okay with the pug on Instagram?
If it was a real pug, like, just
real pug.
tapping away with its paws.
Is that just because you're not used to that? Like, what if you got used to it?
Oh, it would get pretty old pretty quick if it was like every week the pug was like...
You wouldn't actually like the pug.
I would like it for the novelty of the interview. But like probably after interview number 3, I'd be like, okay, that's enough pug.
I'm pretty sure Allie cannot curl her tongue.
Really?
She likes pizza. She puts like pepperoni on it. It was what's your favorite pizza topping?
What did she really go for? Like Papa John's? Isn't that like her go-to?
Oh, yeah, she really likes Papa John's. Yeah. And the butter concoction.
The butter.
That you dip the already buttered pizza
into it. Butter on butter.
It's good. I mean, it's butter. How could butter not be good?
Butter makes everything better.
Yeah. Favorite TV show? TV show. Okay, we can get into... I mean, she loves movies. She would watch movies for days.
Only ones with Jonah
Hill,
though.
Yeah, only Jonah Hill movies. She'd watch them like nonstop. Like she'll fall asleep to them. She'll watch them over and over and over again. Like the nonstop was like as a child, I guess. But right now, she besides like the movies and the shows she really likes, she's gotten into the drama reality TV shows, minus like HGTV, because that's just like mind-numbing, like watching TV. Just we'll watch the HGTV stuff and.
Oh, you guys are absolutely a married couple now. If you guys are watching,
because we're like, oh, we could do that to our house that we don't have.
The people in the show do that.
Yeah.
Kai, I'm a lizard habitatist, and I do macaroni art. We have a budget of $1 billion, and we're looking for a house for our family to grow into. And every house they go into, they're like, not good. And it's like a mansion.
I didn't want macaroni. I want linguine.
I mean, I was watching with you guys the other night, and they came into the living room like, there's carpet. Go, no, what would we do?
Oh, no.
Burn the house down. It's cancerous.
There's a floor. So what I was getting at is she loves this reality show called Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump?
Yeah, and it's something about the Californians, and they got this old... I guess she's British. I don't know. She's got...
No, get that Britain out of here.
This is not good. And then she has a couple of businesses, like this restaurant, and she hires people to be like public figures, but also they're waiters and waitresses, and then they get paid to just be dramatic. So then they're all just like cheating on each other and gossiping and getting into fights, and that's the whole show.
Look, Britain, I'm just kidding. You know,
this is California.
We're okay
Everybody's
with Britain.
California.
Okay, we're pro Britain.
So we need another Allie question. Do you eat meat?
Allie loves it.
Yeah, she eats meat. She
Can't get
likes
enough
meat.
of it.
She likes hot dogs, hamburgers.
They're great.
Chicken nuggets.
You invite Allie to a picnic and she's gonna have the time of her life.
What sport do you like the most? And she's not into like watching sports, but she did play hockey and softball growing up. And she's pretty good at softball. Favorite band? Disney.
You know what's really messed up? I was gonna say the exact same thing, but I thought it would get old me answering sarcastically.
Yeah,
But that's exactly right.
And besides Disney, like, she's into the hipster pop music genre, whatever they're doing at the time.
Ed Sheeran, Imagine Dragons, and Selena Gomez.
Well, now she's really into the people that are like from Broadway doing music.
I thought you were about
like,
to say Britain.
from Britain. She's into that too. What was it? Oh yeah, the Disney stuff. She, so when Allie and I met in college in Chicago, she was on her way to do a internship at Disney World, and she worked at the Contemporary Resort, doing the college program there, and she did a couple things. She did like the club level, was it concierge or whatever? So and then
Sure, sounds good.
yeah, so she was with all the rich folks who were at Disney World, and they're like, I have a very odd request, and then she would help them out. But yeah, she's all about the Disney. She that's I think there was some questions in here about like where would you want to move. For her, it would be Florida. Because
Orlando.
Orlando
Probably more
area. She
specifically,
wants to she wants to work at Disney World, do a career there. And I wouldn't mind doing that too. Maybe get some like audio visual. There's a lot of audio visual work.
I'm
down
coming
there,
too.
and
I'm gonna work at Disney as
Tim's
well.
gonna come.
I'm
and-
coming. It's gonna be all the same thing. Different place, same motif.
Yeah, there'll be a little more sunshine, a little more Disney.
We're just gonna keep it organic. We're just gonna stay fun. Sometimes we'll do
Couple of
Tim and
guys
Clay
go look at stuff.
adventures.
We're just looking at like,
Sometimes we'll do Tim, Clay, and Alley. Sometimes we'll do
Roller coasters.
Disney adventures. We'll do roller coasters.
Yeah.
We're moving to Disney. Season 2, if a couple guys go look at stuff, we move to Disney. All right, is that good? Do we have more viewers now? We lost one. We lost a viewer.
That's because they're like, you can't go to Disney. They're gonna
That's completely
they're
implausible.
gonna make the world burn down like, with their Disney things, and they spread the germs.
They're not even wearing masks in the live stream.
They're sharing the same microphone. Yeah, we've exposed ourselves.
Just
with
us,
our
though.
Germs
Mhm.
between our close knit of family and friends, and we've been doing good.
You're doing frontwards hat now.
Yep.
Huh.
You want to do like sideways?
I-
So I'm thinking of going until about like what 9:10. You think that's about?
I've got to pee
About
so
an hour.
bad. What time is it?
8:55.
I'll make it, but there's a good chance. Is this pleather? There's a good chance you're gonna lose this in the process.
I think pleather means you can get
Wee
peed
on
out.
it.
You can wee.
Make wee wee. Yeah, I'm going front ways because I feel like heads weren't. I just gave myself like hat burn on my forehead. That's gonna look really weird in the morning.
Yikes. So even though we don't have anybody watching tonight, which is totally my fault because we didn't even advertise.
Well, hold on here. We got what? Well, we were losing them by the handful
Oh,
here.
it's because we acted like we were winding down. They're like, "Well, I'm done."
All right, so we're back here for the new wave of excitement. We're going to talk about more questions. Clay and I are going to reveal deep personal secrets about our friendship and ourselves, and we're going to stop soon though. So, but we are going backward.
Are we winding down or are we winding back?
If I wind
Or is it
up
the
much
same
more, I'm
thing?
going to
Winding
pee
up or winding
everywhere.
down? You're gonna pee.
I'm going to pee everywhere if we wind up. So let's wind down, but not so down that we're
So normally when I'm trying to hold in my pee, I wind up, because I'm like I need to.
distract myself from the the full tank.
You gotta get the sitting down pee dance.
My biggest fear is that I leave this room and Allie's like, you can't use the bathroom, and I have to pee off your deck.
You can do that. Let's get wild and crazy. Oh, you know what? I went too far.
What? Let's get some questions going, buddy. Let's win back our viewers.
Let's do the cousins one.
Okay.
What is your cousin's favorite cafe?
Clay really likes Taco Bell. Oh, I thought we were assuming that we were cousins.
Are we cousins?
I thought in this scenario we were.
No,
These are only questions you can know about your cousins.
Yeah. You know, I most likely to do drugs.
Me.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is your cousin? These are weird questions.
Solid 10 out of 10.
Siblings.
Imagine sitting down with your cousin.
Hey.
Like, yeah, tell me about your cousin.
Is that what people are doing on YouTube now? They have like cousin channels?
Dating their cousins.
I thought, I know they have twin channels.
How many? Never mind.
Have you ever met someone famous?
We both have at the same time. There's a picture of us meeting James Rolfe, very famous, the angry video game nerd. There's a picture. And we're gonna put it up right here. Probably not, right? Like we won't do that.
Nah.
I have it though.
You can look up James Rolfe. He like pioneered funny gaming gameplay videos.
He's got like a few million views on all those videos.
Before YouTube, right?
Yeah, he was on something.
So I got him, the angry video game nerd, on my Jeopardy Sega Genesis copy, which does not work. You can hear it rattling around. And he signed it.
He signed my Home Alone game for the SNES that he actually reviewed. So that was pretty cool that he signed that.
And he's still doing videos. He did seem like he kind of wanted to not be the personality he was when he was younger.
Yeah, it did seem like that.
But you know that's just how people are. After a while, you change, you move on, and you grow, and you do new things.
James, if you see this, I met you at the Timeline Arcade in Hanover, and it was the best day of my life. Sometimes I still look at the game box you signed, and I'm like, wow. But I love what you're doing recently with like rental reviews. And Mike, if you're watching this, some of the stuff you do in those live streams, man. This is the guy who does like beat Zelda without using the sword. Man's crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah. Those are like the original Clay and Tim.
So speaking of gaming videos, a brief history of another channel we did for a little bit. It was called My House at Thanksgiving, and our friend Brent made this really odd decision to be like, hey, I'll give you my channel about Pokemon Go that I don't use anymore.
So you guys can make awful videos on it.
And so you guys can make awful videos on it. And like, I went along with it. And I'm still wondering to this day why I went along with it. Well, I got like a handful of people upset. I'm surprised not more people are upset. But
you're saying it was a really bad idea to take his channel that was like well put together, and not saying ours wasn't, but like he had a core concept to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you were like, you know what they want? A video of us walking a dog. I get exactly what you mean.
So, I mean, we had even a little bit more success than our channel we did when we were just kids doing it. But we were like, we had like 3 concepts. We're gonna narrow it down to one because we took a break for a while, a couple of years.
Yeah,
right?
big
And-
hiatus. Yeah.
And we're gonna narrow it down to gaming, and we filmed the first one, and our first video is
It's a let's play. So what we're gonna do, we're not gonna do any skits. We're not gonna spend time writing scripts. We're gonna do let's plays. The whole concept is that Clay isn't really like a big gamer. He's played video games. He knows what video games are. We've played them together. But I know
of the games.
Yeah, no, he's not like someone who'd be like, "What is this?" And it's like holding a controller. But I have a room in my house that is just a game room, right? So it's kind of like a guy that does nothing but gaming, and then like Clay, who has a lot of other hobbies and activities. So we're doing let's plays now. That's gonna be my house at Thanksgiving.
Let's plays, and we have the idea to bring back this concept we experimented with called Good Games, Bad Gamer.
Which is Clay. Clay's the bad gamer.
Yeah. I'm not the good game. But we're going to do that. And then we're hoping to do Twitch with that, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's something to look forward to. We'll keep everybody up to date with that and show, we'll cross, what's it called? Cross contamination.
Cross streams. We're gonna cross streams. And what that means for you, person who just joined the live stream, hey, don't lose me just yet. But check back. There's been some good stuff said. If you like video games, boy, did you come at the right time. If not, if you hate Britain, turn back a few seconds and you'll see some things we talked about regarding Britain.
So yeah, that'll be on a channel called My House at Thanksgiving.
You even have a channel.
What?
My House Thanksgiving. Get
My
it together,
house-
man.
Is it my house or your house or their house? MHAT?
Hey, that's my
hat?
house. Yeah, it's my hat. A thing we used to say in high school, whenever someone would describe something pretty ridiculous, we would be like, "Oh, it sounds like my house at Thanksgiving." Because I heard that joke from an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because I didn't have friends in high school.
And here I thought it was just because his house at Thanksgiving was truly horrendous.
No, it was because there was an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where there was like a whole mess of things going on, and the one guy, what was his name? The one dude.
Yeah.
There was just a mess of demons happening. He's like, "Oh, like my house at Thanksgiving," and everyone's like,
Like the old man in the
his
Muppets.
weeds. Oh yeah. Yeah, so that's how that happened. But let's plays.
Let's plays.
Starting this Friday? When's that going
Yeah,
up?
I mean, so here's the
There's
thing.
no effort to it. You just play
No,
the game.
you need to be ready.
I'm
So
ready.
We gotta make some nice logos, and
Oh, it's not coming this Friday.
we might.
Maybe next
I'm
Friday.
not sure what to do about the trailer because we need to be like, hey, we're back and we're doing some video game things.
We need to do a trailer like we always do. It's going to be in my game room. It's going to be aggressive. And I'm going to insult a whole
Aggressive.
country.
How aggressive?
I'll be like, "F you, Australia! Alright, so welcome to-" You know what I mean? Like, I'll just dive in, and it'll be so aggressive for no reason.
I don't know. How
We're-
Pokemon Go? I feel like Pokemon Go people are very like, because that's what we were trying to get at. Like, hey, there's still over 800 people who stuck with it, and they have it in there. Either because they just ignored it, or they're just like, you know what? Maybe the
They're gonna get
Pokemon
back to
guy
video
will come
games.
back. They'll do video games.
We're not the Pokemon guy, but we might do Pokemon things if you guys want us
And
to.
we know the Pokemon guy, and he can go and do
Pokemon would be
Pokemon
happy,
things on
yeah.
our video.
He would be happy to come by and do a video with us.
Yeah.
He loves us. He's a good guy. Brent, look him up.
Is he doing a new channel or no?
He's been like super busy with work. So, yeah, as we all have been. But his channel's still doing really good. There's a lot of good videos on it.
So I'm thinking
I'm about ready to pee myself.
we're about ready to wrap things up.
Ready for a wrap up?
A wrap up. Yo, socials, which
I don't, so
Really?
don't look me up.
don't look Tim up
He has nothing.
because his work doesn't allow it. But for eFilms Travel, we're gonna branch out here. We were only on Instagram, or we are on Instagram at eFilms Travel.
We're gonna make an OnlyFans account.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, look it up.
And we're gonna do some more. So the basics, Facebook and Twitter, and I'll cross contaminate, make sure.
We're gonna
everybody
cross our
knows-
streams, and you can communicate with
everything-
either one of us.
I don't know what that means.
Nope, never mind. Don't worry about it.
We're gonna make sure everybody knows where everything is, and our YouTube people they'll know about that, and our Instagram people they'll know about that, and then there'll be Facebook people and Twitter people, and
OnlyFans fans, and
so we're getting it out there. We're gonna keep working on season 2, and we're gonna keep doing vlogs, and I feel like we got this live stream thing down a little bit better this time.
this went smoothly.
Yeah. We'll,
I wish you'd wrap up because I really have to pee.
Well, I'm just drawing it out so that you have to hold your pee.
It's your furniture, man. It's your funeral.
It's alright. It's just a futon.
All right, so hey, this has been the live stream. Thank you for coming by, but you can leave now because we're done. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Tim's gonna go to the bathroom. I'm Clay. Allie was back there. You can find her in our other videos. And this has been a trip and a half. Thanks for joining the live stream. Okay.
Wet my pants.
See ya.